welcome back to WaverlyReads and welcome back to another haul. I know this one is late and I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to film or edit or upload yesterday. Here it is, a day late, hopefully, if I can get this up today. So a lot of books, you can see the pile here, and that just basically means I'm not going to be able to go through them as much as I would like because I have a really big migraine, so I'm sorry if this video just isn't as good as it's supposed to be. I'm also in pyjamas, which is also fun, so we're just going with it today. Pretend I've got my life together and we're going to pretend this is on time and we're going to pretend I know what these books are about because I probably don't. So I brought 13 books last month in March and no regrets, but I should probably stop because evidently they're a bit full and I don't have much space, so I should probably stop. I'm not going to. I've already obtained like 10 books this month, but we're going to go through these 13 books and I'm going to tell you as much as I can about them, and that'll be this video. Also, these aren't in any particular order, they're literally just as I pick them up. The lighting's gone again. We're also going to pretend this isn't overexposed. So the first book is Mirror Mirror by Jen Kalanita. This is the newest release in the Disney Twisted Tale series, and this one is a Snow White retelling, I think. And it's What If the Evil Queen Poisoned the Prince, and it's just another one of those retelling of a Disney tale and completely twisting it and making it dark. This completes my collection now. I have them all. The same day that I got that book, I also got the wrong book, The Beast Within by Serena Valentino and Mother Knows Best by Serena Valentino. So these are basically the villain story, I think. Origin story of the villains, even though the Beast isn't the villain. Next we have some charity shop finds, the first one being The One Memory of Flora Banks by Emily Barr. This is a book about a girl who has no memories. I think she has, amnesia. She has amnesia and she just can't remember anything new at all, and then she meets this boy, she kisses him, and then the next day she can remember it and she has to go and try and find him and everything. And I like 50 First Dates, I was going to say 50 Shades of Grey, which is a movie about something similar to this except for the fact that she doesn't remember in the movie. In this she remembers, and it's kind of probably going to be one of them books I'm going to roll my eyes at, so fluffy and romancy, but I'm interested. The next book I found in the same charity shop was Blue Bloods by Melissa De La Cruz. This is a book I wanted to read in school, but I never got around to it because I wasn't a huge reader in school. Evidently it's about vampires, I would assume, by this. The young, fabulous and fangs, and they rule Manhattan from the trendy uptown clubs to the downtown boutiques. 15-year-old Skylar has never quite fit in at her expensive prep school. She's more of a vintage than a
Versace?
Yeah, sure, girl. But all that's about to change because Skylar has just found out she's a blue blood. The blue bloods are the city's glamorous and secret vampire elite. They're young, beautiful and powerful, but now they're being murdered and Skylar must find out who or what is behind it before she is next. The next one I'm kind of really sad about because I just got rid of the sequel of this because I never bought the first one and now I have the first one, and that is The Unbecoming of Maradara by Michelle Hodkin. Again, not too much I know about this, I just know it's really hyped about on BookTube, and it's one of the books that I have been interested in because a lot of my trusted fellow booktubers, the ones that I follow, like this book and this series, so I finally picked up the first one after getting rid of the second one. I may have already hauled this, but I'm pretty sure I got it at the same time as the next book I'm going to mention, and that's in this month's haul. So I don't know if I've already hauled this, but I'm going to haul it again anyway, and that is Nowhere on Earth by Nick Lake. I've already read this. I read this in the Zodiac-a-thon, and I can tell you what it's about, but I can't tell you what it's about because everything you tell is a spoiler. Very bland and basic here, and say it's about this girl who was in this plane crash with her little brother. She and he were running away and she was trying to protect her little brother. They are the only two survivors as well as the pilot from the... They are in the wilderness and then men show up and things get scary and they are on the run. And that's all I can tell you because everything is a freaking spoiler, including the main point of the book, which is sad because I feel like if you don't know that going into it, it's just mind-boggling and confusing. The next book, which I'm pretty sure I got at the same time as that, is The Quiet at the End of the World by Lauren James. This is my favourite book of the year so far, so I've also read this one. I read it in the Zodiac-a-thon. Again, you can go watch the vlog and the wrap-up. I'll link them in the description. But this book is about a boy and a girl who are the two last humans on Earth. There is a virus that goes around and it basically stops you from reproducing. The only way you can have children is by already frozen sperm and eggs. When the world is just about to like die off of humans, they bring out another like lot of them, if that makes sense. Like they make another like 100 of them or so. But Lowry and Shen are the last two on Earth, and there are no more eggs or sperms to make anymore, and they haven't found a cure for this virus. So they're the last two people on Earth, and they have that hanging on their shoulders, and it's intense, and I loved it. The next book is Proud, edited by Juno Dawson. This is just a bunch of short stories about being gay, and I think it's got gender in it. It just says, be you, be heard, be proud, from lesbian, gay, bisexual, trans, queer, plus writers and artists. I'm very excited to read this. This is one of those that I will just fly through because they're very short. It's got poetry in it, it's got comic strips in it. It's just going to be one of those that you just fly through. And I was very excited to get this because I like reading gay books. Hello. And also compilations are really good for when you are in a bit of a slump and just want to get through something really quickly. These are good. Next up is Everyone's an Alien When You're an Alien Too by Jomny Sun. This is a very cute little graphic novel. I won't even call it a graphic novel. It's just cute. It's a whole lot of cuteness. So this is about an alien named Jomny who is sent down to Earth to study humans, and instead of studying humans he studies a lot of different animals, and it's just basically a story about learning to love yourself, learning to love yourself the way you are, and it's just got a lot of like messages about just being yourself and being true. Just the cutest thing ever, and I read it in like 5 minutes, so definitely worth picking up. Again, another one I read in the Zodiac-a-thon. I read a lot of these books way too quickly. Next is Boy Hearts Boy. No, it's not. What? No, that's David Leviathan. It's because it says Boy Meets Boy on the cover. The next up is Heartstopper by Alice Oseman. This is again another graphic novel. I have another one as well. As you can see, I was in a mood and I really wanted to start getting into graphic novels, so I brought some. This is another gay contemporary one, and this one is, like I said, a graphic novel. I haven't read this yet. I think I'm going to leave this for the Reading with the Seasons summer readathon that we're doing in June, because I'm pretty sure one of the challenges is going to be read an LGBTQ+ book. Next up is Alfie by Alfie Boe. This should be very self-explanatory as to why I brought this. I love Alfie Boe like with a passion, and this month it was my girlfriend's grandma's birthday and she shares my love for Alfie Boe, and I found out that he had an autobiography, so I brought her one and I had to buy myself one as well. Yeah, this is basically just the autobiography of Alfie Boe, and it's got pictures of him inside and it's just very cute and I can't wait to read it. And then the last book is also a graphic novel, and that is Saga Volume 1 by Brian K. Vaughan and Fiona Staples. I've already read this as well. I read this in the Zodiac-a-thon as well. Everything just got read in the Zodiac-a-thon this month. This I can't really explain because it's not easy to explain. It's about this girl and this boy who are different species, because this is set in a world where you're all on different planets and you're all different species, and they have a baby together. It's frowned upon and now they're on the run. That's all I can tell you, and I've read it. Like, it's so confusing, but I want to get the second one because to be continued in graphic novels isn't nice. And so those are all the books that I almost said read. I didn't read half of these. Those are all the books that I brought last month. Like I said, I will leave my Zodiac-a-thon vlog and my wrap up from last month in the description if I can remember. And yeah, there's my haul for last month, and I already have too many books to haul again for this month. If you enjoyed this haul, then please go ahead and give it a big thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. I post a new weekly booktube video like this every single Thursday, and a new weekly reading vlog on my vlogging channel, which is in the description, every single Monday, so go subscribe to that as well. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next week for another video. Bye!